Alright, what's up guys? We got a small review of the TV V8 sticks here, and then I'm going to be comparing these with the TV V8X Baby. The TV V8X Baby is a new tank out by SMOK. It's got a 4 mil tank capacity for liquid holding. And here's just a little, hit some light for a second, but it's just a little kit that we use on a regular basis. Here is the Baby Beast. Very fond of him for flavor. A lot of people say that he's the best for flavor. Here is the actual Beast with one of the most common coils inside there right now. These probably last the longest with the TV V12, coil. So those are probably the longest. But I've got something to say about the V8 sticks. These are probably the most popular mods out right now. Mod tank combination is the V8 stick and the Big Baby. So she's got her Big Baby right here. As you can see, the colors on them start to peel off. It's just a coating on there. No clear coat or anything on top of that. But I wanted to give, here's the one I'm holding right now, my Big Baby Beast. And I always go with the silver, as you can see, because of that, because they don't flake off. But, one of the things is, with these big babies, I have to say, with the V8 sticks at least, look at hers, how the button had pushed in. So that just happened after about a month. How long after use did that frickin' button push in, hon? Yeah, about a month after use. So I've had mine. I don't really use it that much. They're a 3.7 volt constant output, but they operate at about 50, 60 watts. So that is why I don't like these very much. Yeah, they're convenient to charge up. They're convenient as a second battery and stuff, or mod to have, on hand and all that. But, they're just not, they're not very strong, and the coating like that comes off, so that is why I'm not hot. So if you are considering buying, this is just a review. We did a review, the night we got these guys about 2.5 months ago, 3 months ago, and they were fine. I first saw the problem being that they were going to hit just too high in terms of wattage. The voltage is fine. 3.7 volts is fine. I like going at about 4 volt. When I hit my Big Baby, I am technically at, well, yeah, I saw there 2C, so it varies with the wattage set at like 40. Believe it or not, though, you're going to need, they are going to recommend, so here's hers. Hers she's using right now on my mod. It is set at 40 watts at a 1.5 coil, 1.5 ohm resistant coil. But we operate the Big Babies, guys, with the, is it the TV12 coil? I'll have to look here, hang on. It is, I'm trying to see that there. I cannot read it, but yeah, it's the 4 coil one, the one with 4 coils in it. So I'm sure it's going to be the TV12. Got another. Well, it's the 0.15. Let me just get another coil out here to show you guys, just so we're on par with exactly what coil that is. By the way, I've talked about it before. I love these Cubus coils. These Cubus coils are from Joytech. They require very little voltage and wattage to run, and they can go with the all-in-one Cubus type tank, and by all-in-one they mean literally all-in-one. This one works very well for flavor. It's probably one of the best ones we've ever had for flavor, believe it or not. Second to that is always going to be the Vapresso products. This is the original Target tank. Original Target tank. Check back in my videos under Puppy's World channel for the original Target mod. But yeah, that's the problem with these guys. Button pushed in. How long after use would you say this button pushed in?
Like a month and a half.
Yeah.
Waste of money.
Yeah, waste of money. So they do these guys as a kit. So you're looking at the battery going, cheaper to buy the battery with the tank sometimes, which I understand. But if you buy your, and here I'm looking for the coil that we had just put in last night into our new. So it's not these coils, guys. These coils with the 1 in there like that, they get pretty beat up quick. They get pretty burnt quick. It's these guys right here with the 4. And he is called, what the heck, what is he called really quick? I can't even read that. Can you read this? Let's see. Yep, it's the T8. So the T8 coil is the one I recommend using with the Baby Beast. I mean, and the Big Baby Beast, actually. So both Baby and Big Baby I recommend. But they came out with this Baby X, the TVV8X baby tank. That's got a 4 mil capacity. I'm not sure what people are running in that in terms of wattage. But, yeah. I'm just going to show you guys to demonstrate this. Do you want to hold the camera for a second and show me? Or you take a puff on yours at 40 watts. Which other what?
There's another cord in here.
Another cord? Okay. All USB micros, guys. I'm just going to put mine up to 45 for a second because it's a good fresh morning vape. You know, so at 40 watts they produce. And they say what best between like 50 and 110. Or no, that's actually what they operate at, guys. 50 and 110. So we've got them even below what they operate. And these still freaking punch, so. You have to hold it like that. But either way, there's nothing wrong with these. I love you. You gotta go. Thank you. Being part of the review. You know, so there you have it, folks. You know, if I had to say one thing about Zample Box, we used to be an avid purchaser, buyer of Zample Box, and, well, to be honest with you, we stopped the Zample Box simply because of a little bit over 25 bucks for 15 milliliter bottles. I don't care if it's 5 15 milliliter bottles, but they're all different, so you're not going to know them. We stopped it because it got just a little bit out of hand when you can go to a vape store, and for about 25 bucks, you can get 100 mil. I know 100 mil is an odd size. Usually you're getting them in 15, 30, 60, or 120 mil. But yeah, you know, so I wanted to do a review along with the TVV8s and the babies and the big babies and the beasts. Here they kind of line up, you know, so here they kind of all line up. But, you know, guys, they recommend you using this M2 coil. The M2 coil with the V8 stick. And just let me tell you why they recommend using that. They recommend using that M2 coil because they know with this voltage and this wattage of these batteries, of these V8 sticks, that you are going to go through a coil about every day to, well, at the most, a week it'll last. We have never had an M2 coil. And we're daily vapors, you know, we quit smoking cigarettes not too long ago. I mean, we've been vaping. I've been vaping for about 5 years minimum. Yeah, believe it or not, before they ever had smoke. I've been vaping since they had the 901 connections with totally Wicked e-liquid type things. The brand was totally Wicked e-liquid, and it had a USB cord on the end of it. You know, you had to plug that into something to actually get power on your atomizer. And some of them used clearomizers. Then I was also vaping when they used the two little wicks, the two little strings at each end of the atomizer, and those had to get saturated with liquid, and then you had to change that that thing out all the time. So it was a bitch. So vaping's come a long way. We've come a super long way. I can pull that stuff out in another video for you, but I still have to recommend, guys, Cubus tank. You cannot go wrong with these Cubus tanks. Here's a Cubus tank. It's by Joytech. I'd have to say for a good secondary tank, they're top fillable, you know. They don't leak at all. They hardly ever spit back. They hardly ever dry hit. They're probably one of the best secondary tanks I've ever used out there. And by the way, we do keep our coils on hand because there is a trick. Got a Cubus coil right there, and I got all the V8 big babies and babies right here. We don't, like I said, we don't change out. I'm the only one with the Beast. She doesn't use the Beast. Why? I don't know. The Beast just isn't the best for flavor. It's great for clouds, but Beast just doesn't work best for flavor. That's the way it is. But yeah, one of the tricks we do, guys, is we wash our coils underneath the sink. So let me just grab an old coil for you right here. I probably just took this off the other day. Look at that guy. Ugh, man, that's nasty. But running him under the sink, and get sort of a newer one. Yeah, I just took this guy off last night too. But here, let me take this guy over here and just hot water, just rinsing him out like that, right? I will do this for about maybe 5 minutes at most, maybe, but it's not even going to take that long. So during the course of this video, I just want to show you how clean these guys can get. Just the highest, pressure your water can go for about as long as you want to hold it under there. On hot water, I recommend. I would usually end it off with cold water, just so that cotton's cold, but let's see after about 60 seconds of holding this guy underneath this stream of water, what he is going to look like. And I can bet pretty much that cotton's going to be pretty clean looking after about 60 seconds stretching under that stream of water. So that's one way to prolong or extend your coils, guys. If you're burning through your coils a lot, and you're buying them all the time, and you find yourself buying 5-packs. Guys, I was at a vape shop yesterday. A 5-pack of these SMOK coils, they wanted like 25, 26 bucks for them. I was blown away. Online, I'm paying $5.99 to 10 bucks maximum for a 5-pack. So it's like, we kind of compete with her and I. She buys them in the vape shop, and then I'll go to the vape shop with her, but I usually buy them online. And bam, look at that. I mean, you can get so much extended time period out of these. I don't recommend putting them right back in the tank when you wash them out like this, because they can be, they're obviously wet. Gotta let them dry out for a day or two. Once you let these dry out and you saturate them and prime them on up with some liquid, they are perfect. So these are the least recommended. The Q2 coils are the least recommended babies or big baby coils I recommend, only because they burn out so quickly and they're lower resistance, Or are they higher resistance? I want to check real quick. They're actually higher resistance, so that's why they're burning out slower, but they do burn out ultimately quicker than the 4-coil ones. I think because there's less coils in there. There's just the 1 coil. Or there could be 2. I could be wrong, but these guys are probably the best for short-term flavor use. So yeah, that guy's clean already, believe it or not. Yeah, he is already clean. So we don't need to do anything else to him. I'm just gonna, bam, throw him down there. But believe it or not, guys, I don't know what to get. 45 at a 1.5. It calls it a 1.6 because we've got this little guy in here, The baby T8 is what he is, but he works perfectly, guys. It's the 4-coil one I've showed you. And yeah, no problem. I've showed you how to prolong or extend your ejuice. If you're not doing it, do it, damn it. I don't know why the hell you're not. If you are not prolonging or extending your ejuice, it's simple. Just get this here. It's very, very, very simple, guys. Just make sure you're getting propylene glycol and then vegetable glycerin. If you're getting VG and PG, and you've got some nicotine, I always like extending my nicotine into it, guys. Why? Because they only sell 0, 3, and 6 blends nowadays. I know she took the bottle of the Res Apple that we're using now, but I use the Jam Monster right now for demonstration, and yeah, I got the 0 specifically because, well, there's a trick. Yes, the trick is, yes, using nicotine. I use nicotine to quit smoking, guys, so the less, I put a little bit less nicotine in, the further away I'm getting down from smoking cigarettes, But it's a pretty good, this is 500 milliliters of nicotine. This didn't cost me more than 20 bucks. And it's 3.6%, 36 milligrams per milliliter. So back in the day, you used to go to the vape shop and they used to have 12. They used to have 24 even. Well, this is 36. And you can control this amount or much by putting, a little bit in there with a syringe and dropping it into your whole bottle and then shaking it up. And then when it gets lower, add some VG and PG, a little bit of nicotine. You won't be able to tell the difference, honestly. So it's a way of extending and prolonging your ejuice. But yeah, that is what is still hot on the market, guys, believe it or not. They got the new X baby tanks out now. So we'll have to wait till one of those come, or we get one of those in the mail or at the vape shop to do a full review on those guys. But yeah, that's just what I got to show you guys. I have to say that the button has pushed in on this one. There's really nothing you can do. It was actually pushed in not far enough to where this wasn't working at first, and then she touches it one more time, you know, and it's like you're trying to get it out with the tweezers, and all of a sudden, yeah, it drops on in there. So that button's in there. Nothing we'll ever do other than add another button or try to contact SMOK and say our V8 stick is broken, see what happens. I can let you guys know in the description of the video what happens, but so she has been using my battery. I hate using these guys specifically because they're at that set voltage and wattage. A preset voltage always is going to burn out your coils how the brand company wants you to. And trust me, they want you to burn out your coils pretty fucking quick. Pretty damn quick. So you keep buying them, obviously, and spending money. So yeah, that's the deal, guys. Like I said, I'll let you see me get one more puff off of this guy. I'm going to have to... There we go. Oh, nope. I'm trying to flip the, yeah. He's going from stainless steel, TI, temperature controlled mode, and we're back to wattage. I was trying to get him turned upside down. Usually you just hit these two buttons at the same time in this go. This is the Target Pro. They never came out with a Target Pro tank, though. They might have it now from Vapresso, but I love the Vapresso products, guys. If you haven't gotten into those, by the way, this is probably one of my favorite mods. The Vapresso Taro Pro. Not Target, but Taro Pro. Amazing mod. Goes up to 160 watts. Check back in my other videos. I'm not still using him. He's kind of a backup mod for me, but the Taro Original mod goes up to 200. He's not temperature controlled. But this one's an Omni chip on board, so he's smart. You can update him with, you know, firmware updates online and stuff via USB and all that. So, same with these guys. These are probably the best for mods, in my opinion. I don't go with any of the SMOK products for mods. SMOK Alien is probably the most common, but you know how much that guy freaking is? At least like 80, 90, 100 bucks for that SMOK Alien. And anything with a touchscreen, stay away from. Anything with a touchscreen is going to bust at someday. Do you guys know how old these literally are? These have to be, this one, this, her Guardian right there. There's a little Target Mini. These things got to be at least about a year old now, except these V8 sticks. So I'm not kidding you. A year old on these. Never had problems. This one I've dropped on cement so many times. I've dropped them all on cement, guys, and they've lasted. So have to give all these a 10 out of 10. I'd have to give this guy a 5 out of 10. Hers a 4 out of 10. But no, the V8 stick, I'd say legitimately a 5 out of 10 because they're not built that well, guys. They're not built that well. Soon you're going to have problems with the tank kind of getting... I'm just putting a regular baby on him right now. But soon you're going to have problems with this tank kind of wiggling on top of here. That means that 510 connection has come loose there. So yeah, soon you're going to have problems with that. Like I said, that's a baby tank on a V8 stick, so not meant to go with each other. But operating that coil, no problem. You'll have no problem. You can operate this coil with your V8 stick. However, I just wanted to do a video on this, guys, because this is the damn most popular vaping combination out there right now, is the SMOK brands. That's going to change, in my opinion. Bet your top dollar that Aspire is going to come back. Kanger Tech used to be one of the biggest ones. Vapresso really was a non-mainstream brand. They're probably going to come back with a lot of stuff, but I'll probably, once again, be the only one using all of their equipment, you know. So check back for liquids, guys. I'll do an update on top liquids soon, and yeah, it was nice joining you for a vape session, vape on, and we'll be back with a ton of more stuff. Yeah, believe it or not, guys, running this guy at 45 watts, so less wattage than SMOK even tells us we can operate this bitch at. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will be back.